And it is opening weekend of football and football here in Western Pennsylvania. Matt Popchock for Pittsburgh Soccer Now here on a sunny Saturday afternoon at Pine-Richland High School in Gibsonia as we pick up day 2 of 3 of the 27th annual JRK Classic here at Pine-Richland Stadium, happening concurrently at the Ram Cage. North Allegheny in action last night in a tough battle with the Kiski School, playing again today here at the stadium. We're just about to get set for our first varsity game of the day between the Winchester Thurston Bears of JRK Class A and the visiting Harbor Creek Huskies, who have made the long bus ride all the way from the northwestern tippy top of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania to participate in this annual tournament and scholarship fundraiser, which we'll tell you about at half. The Huskies decked out in white kits with orange lettering and numbers. The Bears decked out in black kits with white numbers. And the Huskies will get the first touch of this varsity match, moving the ball to begin from left to right on your TV, computer, or mobile device. Winchester Thurston, a perennial playoff team in JRK Class A, back-to-back district champs in 2021 and 2022, state champs and state runners-up, respectively, in those 2 years. And we are underway. Ethan Grendler moving the ball along the near touchline defensively for the Bears. Up to Nick Croft, senior midfielder. And working it into the attacking third near side is Croft. Croft trying to reset it for team captain Jonathan Balk. And that pass broken up. Sean Kirsten, the junior forward, moving toward midfield for Harbor Creek before yielding possession to Benjiro Smuckler, the junior midfielder for Winchester Thurston. Huskies retreat to their defensive third, and their starting keeper today, Hunter Phyllis, will scoop it up inside the 18-yard box. Phyllis, a co-captain this year for the varsity Huskies, decked out in the orange keeper kit with a black number, black shorts, and white keeper gloves. Wearing the neon armband, captain's armband for Winchester Thurston, Ian Becker, the senior midi, trying to nod that ball past midfield. It comes far side in front of the Winchester Thurston bench. It'll be a throw into the Huskies at the edge of the attacking third. Winchester Thurston, coached by Adam Brownold, who I know for a fact really gets a kick out of playing in this event at the beginning of every varsity season, and this is the lid lifter for both these sides. Brownold, one of those coaches who really believes in that adage that iron sharpens iron, and as long as he's been leading that Winchester Thurston program, his team has been very unafraid to play higher level teams in higher classifications, higher level competition above the Class A purview here in Western PA. A couple of years ago, Winchester Thurston played North Allegheny, which, as I said, is playing concurrently. And in a year that the Tigers were expected to contend in boys 4A, Winchester Thurston actually came away from a draw in that game and ended up portending pretty well for their season at the time. They went on to win that Whippeal title, one of their back-to-back crowns. This ball drilled from midfield by Seth Tuttle, the senior of Harbor Creek. Out of bounds, far touchline, throw in deep in Bears territory for Winchester Thurston. Bears cut that ball out in the defensive third before it's sent out of bounds near side this time. Another defensive throw in for Winchester Thurston, and this time it'll be Gredler, the junior defender, doing the honors. Ian Becker, Bears co-captain, resets defensively to Elijah Bullock, the senior. Bullock looking for a seam to midfield, and that outlet pass eluded the intended target, Ed Starasinik. And well above the 18-yard box, it'll be booted back toward midfield by goalkeeper Phyllis. Quinn Brewer, the senior midi, lets it go out of bounds just shy of midfield. Harbor Creek earns the throw in right in front of the medical tent, far side. And a nice ball here for Harbor Creek's Sean Kirsten. Kirsten toward goal wide of the far post, and you can tell by the body language he wants that one back. Kirsten just barely onside, it appeared, and tried to pick that far side, but just shanked the shot, and a bit of a break there for Winchester Thurston's starting keeper, Aiden PM. PM a senior, and like his counterpart Phyllis, a co-captain for his varsity team this year. PM decked out in an all-orange keeper kit, complete with the orange pants and socks, black keeper gloves, black uniform number. Bears play it out near side. Throw in, attacking third for Harbor Creek. Ryder Kajansi, the sophomore, puts it back into play. Parker Ward deep on the wing, crosses in front of the box, but nobody's home except for perhaps Winchester Thurston's Sejan Barrero, the senior striker who just calmly let it go out of bounds. Winchester Thurston with a defensive throw-in 5 minutes into a scoreless first half. Nice thievery by Harbor Creek's Brewer, Thanos Velasquez, a senior midfielder, trying to tie up his man, but Winchester Thurston regains possession and works the ball toward the center stripe. Huskies take over again, and they thread the needle again for Kirsten. Kirsten deep on the right side. What a cross! And the finish! It's banged in by Parker Ward, the senior. And in the 7th minute, the Huskies strike first, 1-0 to Harbor Creek.
Goal for Harbor Creek, number 14, Parker Ward.
And so Kirsten, who missed that earlier opportunity from virtually the same spot, gets a bit of atonement there with a perfect ball into the 6-yard box for Ward. And Parker Ward wasn't going to miss from there, or anybody else for that matter. So he buries into the exposed goal, and the visitors are showing no signs of jet lag early on. They score the first goal of this first varsity match of day 2. Tied up at midfield is Ward, the goal-getter. And that's going to be a foul on Becker of Winchester Thurston. Huskies maintain possession just beyond the midfield line. North Allegheny, I neglected to mention, taking on Mercyhurst. That's their opponent today. Happening at the Ram Cage, even as we speak. Another northwestern PA side making a long trip here to Gibsonia. Huskies off the free restart, work the ball deep into the attacking third toward the corner flag to the right of goalkeeper PM, but unable to make anything of it. Bears just barely able to clear their third. And just atop his own 18-yard box, the defensive co-captain, John Keppel, plays it ahead, but a little too far for Starosinek. And Phyllis at the other end will scoop it up and take his time directing traffic. Parker Ward, the 7th-minute goal, once again for Harbor Creek, on an assist by Sean Kirsten. 1-0 to the Huskies here at Pine-Richland Stadium. The JV sides also played here prior to first touch, with that JV match ending in a 1-1 draw. Winchester Thurston taking the 1-0 first half lead in that one before Harbor Creek leveled early in half number 2. And this is the first of 2 varsity games we'll be bringing you live today on PSN, the YouTube channel. Coming up around 3:30 Eastern Time, we have the Moon Tigers, another recent WPIAL champion, this time at the boys 3A level, taking on Archbishop Ryan. Another out-of-district matchup here at the JRK Classic. The Tigers also participated in last year's season opening tournament here at Pine-Richland and made a pretty good account of themselves, winning comfortably on the first night against host Pine-Richland. Tenth minute, Huskies work it toward the center circle before it's sent promptly the other direction by Bullock defensively for the Bears. Long arching pass deep inside the attacking third, unable to catch up to it for the Huskies was Kirsten. It's played out of bounds by Winchester Thurston. Harbor Creek earns the throw-in from the near touchline. Kajansi puts it in play. Good marking there by Keppel of the Bears. Huskies, however, keep possession. Velasquez from about 30 yards out trying to play that ball. And a long strike goes well over the bar, and this will be a goal kick for Winchester Thurston. Looked like Tuttle was the one who drilled that one out of play. PM goes short with the ball to his defender, Keppel. And Harbor Creek generates another turnover in the attacking third. Kajansi from deep on the right wing. Able to earn the first corner kick of the match for either side. And it comes in the 12th minute. From the corner flag to the left of PM. Tuttle drives it, outswinging ball, off the foot of one of the Huskies, and safely out of harm's way for Winchester Thurston. A steal by J.T. Parente, just subbed in by head coach John Parente of Harbor Creek. And from deep on the right side, his arcing shot into the box is an easy jumping save for PM. PM rules it out to Xander Cope on his right. Cope under pressure. And it looks like Coach Parente is employing a high press, and whatever he's employing, it's working. Harbor Creek has tilted the pitch more or less early on in this first half. And, of course, they have the game's only goal to this point. From the corner flag on the right, it's played out, and it'll be a throw-in next to that corner flag defensively for Winchester Thurston. Cope will restart play.
Into the Spencer Emily.
Meanwhile, Julius Poller Prince and Spencer Amole, junior and senior midfielders respectively, are Adam Brownold's first subs of the afternoon for Winchester Thurston. From midfield, Becker for the Bears. Up ahead for Starosinek. Starosinek tackled off that ball. Huskies clear it. And coming well off his line to his left to play it is PM. Keppel, left of his own goal. Lobs that ball toward midfield. Another 50-50 ball won by the Huskies, but an unforced error on this pass to the right side by Ward. And Winchester Thurston gets the throw in from the near touchline. Actually, it'll just be a free kick. And off the free restart, it's played at midfield by Smuckler. Smuckler, near side for Gredler. Gredler resets to Keppel. Keppel across midfield for Starosinek. And this pass on the left wing intended for Amol is cut out. Throw in for the Bears. Balk unable to play that ball for the Bears on the left wing. And Winchester Thurston will get another throw in, this time from right around the midfield stripe, actually about 10 yards from the midfield stripe. And from the near touch line, Gredler throws it up the left wing, but right to one of the Huskies. JT Kinter anticipating defensively. Bears have to reset from midfield. Bullock defensively back to his keeper, PM. The Bears have had difficulty just stringing anything together on the other half of the pitch. Again, the Huskies coming out very aggressive in this first half and just playing sound positional soccer and playing a very responsible road match thus far, holding the 1-goal lead 16 minutes in. Chance finally for the Bears does not materialize as Starosinek, was trying to settle that ball down about 25 yards from goal above the arc. Smuckler to the middle of the field for Becker. Becker had a defender right on top of him, and that was Kirsten. Now it comes to the left wing for Gredler. Gredler, near side for Amol. Amel for Bullock. Bullock for Balk. Bears, again, just trying to string some passes together and build some momentum. But Harbor Creek calmly snuffs out any traces of momentum, clearing this ball back toward the Winchester Thurston goal. Coming well off his line to play it is PM for his captain, Keppel. Chipped up the left wing, but out of bounds by Starosinek.
Back into the game for Winchester Thurston, number 7, Nick Croft.
Croft re-entering, meanwhile, for the Bears as the Harbor Creek Huskies are owed a throw-in
And number 10.
inside their defensive third.
Into the game for Harbor Creek, number 30, Colton Verstel. And number 7, Evan Drahushin.
Colton Verstel among the two subs for Harbor Creek prior to the throw-in. Bears play the ball up the right wing. And that ball sent toward the middle of the box is blocked out easily. Throw in the attacking third for Winchester Thurston. Cope will get a running start before he puts this ball into play. It's hurled into the middle of the 18. Lots of traffic there. Bears are trying to reset at the edge of the attacking third, but it's forced out by the Huskies. Good hustle by Kirsten. And Harbor Creek off the throw-in. Tosses it up in the direction of Evan Drahushek. Drahushek also just in off the bench for head coach John Parente. Bears played up the left wing. Amel working in tandem with Croft. And lots of activity on the left side, on the Harbor Creek side of the pitch, and wasting no time, not leaving anything to chance, is goalkeeper Phyllis, who makes a beeline for that ball and pounces on top of it before Croft can catch up to it. And he'll drop kick it toward midfield as we approach the midpoint of the first half, with Harbor Creek leading Winchester Thurston by a goal to nil. Becker out ahead, and it's missed, overrun by Barrero. Just back in for Winchester Thurston. Best chance easily for the Bears thus far. And if Barrero gets so much as a big toe on that ball, we're probably looking at a 1-1 scoreline, but it was not to be. Played out into the Harbor Creek bench to the left of midfield from the media row POV. And Winchester Thurston gets the throw-in. Huskies play it back toward midfield and drawing the foul deep in the attacking third for Winchester Thurston. Being assessed a foul, I should say, is Nick Croft, the midfielder. Midway through the first half, Huskies, with the 1-0 lead, work the ball up toward midfield along the far touch line. Played out by the Bears. Polar Prince defensively. Quick throw in for the Huskies. And now another throw in forthcoming to Harbor Creek, this time right in front of the Winchester Thurston bench. This ball left to right for Kirsten. Kirsten deep on the right wing. Hits the brakes. And now he draws contact inside the box. Thought we were going to get a whistle there, but we do not. Another ball deep on the right for Kirsten. And Kirsten, against the grain, chips it wide of goal, across the face of goal, and out for a goal kick to the Bears. Bullock for Winchester Thurston to Cope. And for the Bears, it'll be Barrero controlling this ball. Up the left wing to Amel. Amel, marked by Kajansi of Harbor Creek, right in front of the corner flag near side, and Kajansi is able to force him out. They say last touch by Kajansi, so it'll be throw in to Winchester Thurston, and Amel, deep in the attacking third, will put the ball in play for the Bears. Both teams making substitutions before the restart.
Into the game for Winchester Thurston, number 6, Ethan Gredler. 16, Ty Galloway.
Gredler in for the Bears, and Ty Galloway, the sophomore midi, makes his 2025 debut for the visiting Huskies. Tossed into the box. Going back for this ball, about 23 yards from goal, is Pauler Prince of Winchester Thurston. Pauler Prince has it, trying to tee it up for Becker at the edge of the arc, but cleared quickly by Harbor Creek. Bullock forced to retreat to the edge of his defensive third. Seth Tuttle counterattacking, trying to play that ball through to Galloway, just into the match for Harbor Creek. And the Bears will reset defensively, trailing by a goal on 24 minutes. Winchester Thurston playing it west to east. Cope along the right wing, beyond midfield. And again, just too many white shirts in the way for the Bears. That pass in transition a little too strong for Verstel, the intended target. Winchester Thurston gets a throw in atop their defensive third. Actually, they're going to give this one to Harbor Creek. And as I stand corrected, this ball goes off a couple of feet, and Barrero tries to control it for Winchester Thurston. Instead, it'll be played right side by Kajansi. Kajansi toward goal, forcing the dive by PM to his right.
Back into the game for Winchester Thurston, number 11, Edward Starosinik.
Starosinik, meanwhile, re-entering for Adam Brown Old Side as PM and the Bears have earned a goal kick. And PM will play it to his extreme left for co-captain John Keppel. Gredler, not quite in sync with Croft. And Croft frustrated by his inability to accept that pass near midfield. Nice through ball at the other end for Galloway. Galloway trapped deep on the right wing. It's forced out. And the Huskies have earned their second corner kick. In the 26th minute, it'll be played at the flag to the left of goalkeeper PM. And again, it'll be Tuttle putting it into play. Low line drive off the head of Harbor Creek's JT Parente, and Parente can't believe that he couldn't redirect that ball toward goal. That would have been an easy tip-in, too, for Parente if he had been able to execute it, but Winchester Thurston gets the goal kick. They quickly turn the ball over, however. Barrero playing the ball defensively with his back to the play, out of bounds to his own bench. Throw in for Harbor Creek. Velasquez inside the attacking third. Right side for Galloway. Galloway, oh, good tackle there as he was trying to cross that ball across goal by Gredler. And a third corner kick in this first half is awarded to Harbor Creek. About 12 and a half to play now in this first half. And Tuttle will once again tee it up to the left of goalkeeper PM. This one into the box. PM off the line, reaching for it. Never got there. And ultimately a pretty harmless attempt there by Tuttle forces the Huskies to reset from midfield. This through ball Comes out of bounds to the left of PM. Goal kick, Winchester Thurston.
Back into the game for Harbor Creek, number 18, Quinn Brewer.
Quinn Brewer from head coach Parente's starting 11 back in for Harbor Creek, leading 1-0 on a 7th-minute goal by Parker Ward, assisted by Sean Kirsten. From midfield, it's Velasquez for Galloway. Galloway on the right flank. Trying to center it for Tuttle. Tuttle unable to control that ball. Galloway's been very active on that right side for Harbor Creek inside the attacking third. This ball won defensively by Winchester Thurston's Amel. He's unable to send it up the pitch. It goes off a Harbor Creek player and out of bounds to the left of PM for another goal kick.
Two players in for Winchester Thurston, number 50, Jonathan Paul, and number 22, Evan Burns.
Both coaches substituting liberally as PM restarts action.
And for Harbor Creek, into the game, number 9, Sean Kirsten.
Kirsten, who set up the game's only goal, re-entering for the Huskies as the Bears play it up the far touchline. Brody Hansen, the sophomore defender, to midfield for Harbor Creek. Trying to catch up to the through ball and doing so and putting it over top the bar for the Huskies in the 31st minute. Is number 9, Kirsten, who had just re-entered. Kirsten's had the assist, obviously, but he's also had 2 pretty golden opportunities to add to this first half advantage for the visitors. And he did a great job catching up to that long ball and just airmailed it over top of PM. From the edge of midfield, playing it for Winchester Thurston, Evan Burns, a recent entry. Sent on by Adam Brownold. Coming off his line to play the ball is Hunter Phyllis, the Harbor Creek goalkeeper, again beating Nick Croft to the punch. And from the edge of the 18, he'll bounce it a couple times and drop kick it to the right of the PR logo at midfield. Bulk for Winchester Thurston, marked by Brewer. Back into the match for Harbor Creek. Becker from midfield for the Bears. Plays it on to Starosinic. Starosinic unable to enter the attacking third before the Huskies clear it up the left wing. Bears reset toward goal. And back to midfield it'll come for Barrero. Barrero for Burns. Burns to Becker. Bulk, another of the Bears' leadership group, plays it to his right, intended for Cope. That pass intercepted. And the Huskies will settle the ball down in the middle third. Playing it on the right flank is Kirsten. Kirsten across the box. Gets it back for the Huskies, but gives it right to Keppel. And Becker lifts his right foot to try and play that ball toward midfield. He does. Barrero, looking for an avenue to play it for Winchester Thurston, goes to his direct right where Cope is waiting. Back to Bullock defensively. And the high press continues for Harbor Creek as Bullock is forced to play it back to his keeper. And this ball is slingshotted out of bounds toward the Winchester Thurston bench.
Into the game for the Huskies. Number 10, Luke Fox. Number 14, Parker Ward.
Fox and Parker Ward, the game's only goal scorer, into the game for Harbor Creek.
David Parente. In for Winchester Thurston, number 52, Henry Casher. And number 18, Hudson Cladis Lose.
Casher and Cladis Lose in for Winchester Thurston meanwhile. Again, at these invitational tournaments, you expect a lot of subs, and this match certainly no different. Now, these matches against the out-of-district foes, the non-section foes, etc., they're an experiment for all these coaches, trying just as much, if not more so, to figure out what they have to work with here in 2025. Just as much about that as getting results. So we're going to see, I would imagine, a lot of new faces and new places as the day goes on. 5.5 remaining in the first half. 1-0 still to Harbor Creek over Winchester Thurston. Again, coming up after this match, we'll have another varsity contest between the Whippy's Moon Tigers and Archbishop Ryan. Fourth corner kick of the day coming right now to the Huskies. And this time taking the corner kick for Harbor Creek is one of their subs. And that was David Parente doing the honors, but Parente's attempt was a dead end offensively for the visitors.
Number 3, Xander Cope. And number 15, Julius
Pollard Prince back in for Winchester Thurston. Cope, the senior defender, also back in after a bit of a breather for Winchester Thurston. Starosinek for Smuckler. Smuckler unable to hang on to that one. Huskies work it to the right wing. And Kajansi deep on the right side for Harbor Creek. Plays it back for Velasquez. Velasquez has it checked out of bounds by Gredler defensively, and it'll be a throw-in deep in the attacking third for Harbor Creek with under 4 minutes left in the half.
Number 6, Seth Tuttle back in for the Harbor Creek Huskies.
And no rest for the weary Seth Tuttle as he is back in for Harbor Creek. Kajansi throws it into the box, but right to the foot of Bullock, the defender. And Bullock plays it out of bounds at the edge of the defensive third. And the Huskies will get another throw in near side. Kajansi right up the right wing. Good anticipation defensively by Winchester Thurston. Gredler was the first man to that ball. Huskies reset play from midfield. That entry ball cut out by Keppel. Bullock goes over the back slightly of one of the Huskies, but not enough to draw the whistle. Pass to the left flank. Misplayed by Parente, and it'll be a defensive throw-in. Deep on the far touchline for Winchester Thurston, and the Bears commit an unforced error on the restart, and they turn the ball right back over to the Huskies. Bullock forced to play it out. Winchester Thurston conceding that early goal, but also conceding more and more of a territorial edge as this match goes on. That ball surrounded by black shirts. Good job by Amel to get a step on his man, and he brings this ball to the center stripe. Amel resetting to Becker. Becker to Bulk. Bulk trying to turn around and thread that ball to Pollard Prince, but it's broken up neatly by Luke Fox. Parker Ward from the middle of the pitch, and an egregious foul there committed by Bulk. Pulling down Quinn Brewer by the sleeve of his white kit. And so it'll be an indirect free kick from about 50 yards from goal thereabouts for the Huskies. This ball going right toward goal, off ahead and wide. Oh, man, Kirsten was almost able to nod that ball in off the long indirect ball.
1 minute remaining in the half.
Final minute of first half play, and Sean Kirsten at this point, again, he has that assist on the game's only goal, but you feel like he's owed at least one before this match is over, the way he's been buzzing around the attacking third for the Huskies. Bullock defensively. Oh, a bad turnover there. And the free ball toward goal is misfired. Parente hurried that shot that he had all day and night to take after a cheaply given away ball by Bullock. And he puts that ball wide of the near post. A very fortunate goal kick for Aiden PM, the Winchester Thurston keeper. And that'll be evidently how the first half ends here at Pine-Richland Stadium. And we are indeed at halftime here in Gibsonia with a score. Harbor Creek Huskies 1, Winchester Thurston Bears 0. I'm Matt Popchock, and you're listening to the live coverage of the 27th Annual JRK Classic here on the Pittsburgh Soccer Now YouTube channel. Jimmy Kennedy was a member of the Pine-Richland boys soccer program in its class of '99, a four-year varsity starter, four-year letter winner, and co-captain for the Rams' 1998 team during his senior year. Jimmy's life came to an abrupt and tragic end in a car accident on December 23, 1998. He touched the hearts of many through soccer, school, and overall being a fantastic friend. In his memory, Jimmy's number 7 was retired from Pine-Richland varsity soccer during halftime of the then newly named James R. Kennedy JRK Memorial Tournament in September 1999. Though the number 7 jersey will no longer appear during a Pine-Richland soccer game, it will be forever in their hearts. And back in 1999, contributions were made in Jimmy's memory to establish the James R. Kennedy Memorial Scholarship Fund. This was designed to provide a financial scholarship awarded to graduating senior soccer players each school year. And each year, since its inception, a portion of the proceeds from the JRK Memorial Classic event, along with donations from the Pine-Richland boys soccer boosters and their generous supporters, have been contributed to said scholarship fund. And to date, the JRK Scholarship Fund has awarded over $105,000 in scholarships to 50 graduating senior soccer players. Last year's awardees, Brady Baker, Finn Kitchie, and Matt Koss of Pine-Richland Varsity Soccer. And the Pine-Richland community, for the 27th year in a row, continues to raise money for that noble cause as day 2 of 3 continues here at the JRK Classic. Matt Popchock back with you from Pine-Richland Stadium on the Pine-Richland High School campus. Our halftime scoreline, Harbor Creek 1-0, leading Winchester Thurston. The side switch has occurred, and hopefully for the Bears' sake, a reversal of fortune as far as possession time and time spent in the attacking third will also occur, because Harbor Creek really controlled by and large that first half, culminating in the 7th minute goal by Parker Ward, finishing a perfect cross on the right flank from Sean Kirsten from right smack in the middle of that 6-yard box. And that is where we stand as play resumes. Huskies punt this ball back across the center stripe, now moving from right to left on your TV, computer, or mobile device. And Harbor Creek has earned the first throw-in of the second half inside the attacking third, near touchline. Quickly putting it back into play is Quinn Brewer. Brewer's toss a little too far for Parker Ward, but it was last touched by one of the Bears, and that'll result in the 5th corner kick of the afternoon for Harbor Creek. They've had all 5 in this match. From the flag to the right of goalkeeper Aiden PM. Put into play by Tuttle and nodded over the bar by one of the Huskies as it goes out for a goal kick. It looked like Ward was the one who went upstairs to get a touch on that ball. He did. He just couldn't direct it where he wanted to. And again, the Bears dodge an offensive bullet. Defensive throw-in near side for Winchester Thurston. Xander Cope putting it back into play. Turned over to Kirsten. He tries to reset toward midfield. And the Bears are looking for a quick restart on the throw-in of their own, but they give it away right to Velasquez. One of the Bears injured as he's tackled off the ball and doubled over, not getting up in front of the Winchester Thurston bench. So we'll get a complete stoppage in play here just 2 minutes into the second half. And it looks like Tomer Davies was the one shaken up, and Adam Brownold will have to dip into his bench quickly here.
In for Winchester Thurston, number 15, Julius Pollard-Prince.
Pollard-Prince re-entering the match for the Bears. Winchester Thurston plays it from the top of their own defensive third, and an unforced error on the pass by Bullock leads to a throw-in at midfield for Harbor Creek. Head coach John Parente animated on the Huskies bench, directing his players as officials at the last moment award possession to Winchester Thurston, and the Bears will work it across the top of their defensive third. Bullock this time playing it a little bit more safely to Keppel. Velasquez taking over at midfield as Bullock is pulled down by one of the Huskies. Keppel directing his teammates. He will restart play after the Harbor Creek foul. And from the middle third, this ball comes 20 yards from goal, where it's nodded wide of goal, and ranging to his left to pick it up on the bounce is Harbor Creek keeper Hunter Phillips. Now, Phillips had an extended summer break, if you will, in that first half, his team playing very responsibly. In front of him, some contact along the right wing inside Winchester Thurston territory results in a defensive throw-in. Some of the Moon Tigers looking on in the auxiliary bleachers. The Tigers taking on Archbishop Ryan in the next varsity match to take place here at Pine-Richland Stadium. And we'll have that for you as well here on the Pittsburgh Soccer Now YouTube channel. Tuttle, not on the same page as his forwards, plays that ball way out of bounds to the left of PM. Goal kick coming to Winchester Thurston here in the 45th minute. Spencer Amel, meanwhile, re-entering for the Bears. Bullock from the edge of his own 6-yard box goes right side. And Becker gets it up toward midfield for Croft. Croft for Bulk. Cope turning it over at midfield to Brewer. Brewer up ahead for Kirsten. Kirsten unable to win the foot race, but regains the ball. Kirsten into the box. It's knotted off the line by Cope and cleared by Winchester Thurston. Oh, a tense moment there for Phillips, who came well off his line to try and get to that ball before Kirsten could, and he did, but he just couldn't control it. Kirsten chipped it around the keeper, but couldn't put it into the vacated goal. And another high-quality chance for Sean Kirsten, who just can't seem to buy himself a goal here this afternoon. Still 1-0 to the Huskies early in the second half. Parker Ward's 7th-minute marker, the difference maker. Kirsten deep on the right wing, trying to out-dribble 4 Winchester Thurston defenders. A lot easier said than done, but the Huskies do have this ball still atop the attacking third. Tuttle resetting to midfield as we get a whistle here. Offside on Harbor Creek. Correction, we have one of the Huskies down inside the 18-yard box, laying on his back and not getting up, and so the Huskies trainer is out to check on him as play is stopped in the 47th minute. And it looks like Kirsten is the one actually getting helped off the field, if my eyes do not deceive me.
Into the game for Harbor Creek, number 7, Evan Drahushak.
Drahushak makes his second appearance off the bench for the Huskies, as the injured Kirsten gets more medical attention. Harbor Creek with this ball, deep on the right wing, and trying to cross it into the middle of the pitch for Harbor Creek was Parker Ward. Ward very closely marked by Smuckler, and Smuckler wins the battle and wins a defensive throw-in for the Bears. Huskies from midfield, Velasquez. Right side for Kajansi. Punted out of bounds by Harbor Creek. Throw in for Winchester Thurston, just beyond the medical tent, inside the Harbor Creek half of the pitch. Unable to keep it in bounds for the Bears was Spencer Amol. Keppel sort of karate kicking that ball up the left wing. Throw in for the Huskies. And quickly Harbor Creek goes to work in the attacking third. This ball centered in the direction of Brewer. But Winchester Thurston is able to clear it toward their bench quickly. Huskies will throw it in from their own half of the field. Luke Fox looking for this ball for the Huskies inside the attacking third. Instead, it'll be Aaron Kahn. Correction, Smuckler, 8, playing it for Winchester Thurston. Tuttle with a pass from just shy of the center circle, beyond everything and everybody. Winchester Thurston with a throw in front of the Harbor Creek bench, far side. And from midfield, drawing the foul for Harbor Creek on Croft of Winchester Thurston is Tuttle, who appears to be back into action for the Huskies. A callous challenge there by Croft. Harbor Creek, meanwhile, earning a throw-in from the far side of the attacking third. And the throw-in becomes a free kick, 30 yards from goal on the right elbow. A rug burner, and it is interrupted by Barrero for Winchester Thurston. Bears quickly get it back to midfield. Croft up the left flank. The through ball intended for Smuckler is broken up by Kajansi. Throw in for Winchester Thurston in the 51st minute, with the Bears still trailing by a goal. Spencer Amel thought about taking the throw in deep in the attacking third for the Bears. Instead, he will defer to Cope, who will get off to a running start. Toward the 6-yard box, it's cut out defensively by Kinter. The Huskies clear it up the right wing. Elijah Bullock waiting for it at the center stripe. For Gredler, it comes to Bulk on the right wing. Bulk with some room to maneuver. In-swinging ball into the box, and again, the Huskies are well positioned to play it toward the touchline. Winchester Thurston's finally starting to get some penetration into the other half of the field, but still nothing to show for it with under 28 minutes remaining in the match. Meanwhile, Galloway back in off the bench for John Parente's Harbor Creek Huskies. Bullock battling for this ball with Drahusak. Drahusak couldn't get to it before Barrero could for Winchester Thurston. Out of bounds near touchline, throw in for the Bears inside their defensive third. Smuckler toward midfield, intercepted by the Huskies. Galloway off the bench with this ball. Centering for Tuttle. Tuttle with a through ball. Unable to connect with Brewer. Barrero out-muscling him. Tuttle resets. That long attempt from distance by Velasquez is blocked. And it goes out of bounds all the way in front of the Harbor Creek bench. Huskies with a throw-in.
Number 9, Sean Thurston back into the game for Harbor Creek.
And so after getting some medical attention earlier in the second half, Sean Kirsten, who set up the game's only goal back in the 7th minute by Parker Ward, re-enters for Harbor Creek as PM, the Winchester Thurston keeper, comes well off his line to the left to play this ball before it crosses the back line. Galloway caught off balance trying to accept that outlet pass. And Drahusak was trying to set him up in the attacking third, but all for naught. Verstol in off the bench for Harbor Creek as play resumes here in the 55th minute. 1-0 to the Huskies. And from distance, Tuttle, under heavy duress, puts that ball well wide of the frame. Goal kick to the Bears. And PM goes short to Keppel on his left. Keppel will drive it toward midfield. Beyond Croft. Hansen from the edge of the circle. For Kinter. Intercepted by Keppel of Winchester Thurston. Keppel promptly turns the ball over to the Huskies. And a through ball for Kirsten. Kirsten toward goal. And finally, Sean Kirsten gets what was coming to him.
Goal for Harbor Creek, number 9, Sean.
In the 56th minute, Sean Kirsten makes sure the 4th time is the charm. He was all alone, one-on-one with PM, and he calmly tucks it inside that left post. From about 15 yards out, 2-0 to the Huskies. And the way this match is shaken out, that could be enough, more than enough, for the visitors. Pauler, Prince, and Casher among the substitutes following the second Harbor Creek goal for Winchester Thurston. Just a perfect through ball there for Sean Kirsten, the junior forward. And his low left shot beats goalkeeper PM to double the advantage for the Huskies. PM plays that ball from the edge of his own box. And the Bears pass midfield, have trouble controlling it in front of their own bench. Pauler Prince unable to keep it inbounds on the left wing. Throw in for Harbor Creek. Luke Fox trying to thread the needle for Kirsten. This time it's broken up by Bullock. Bullock has shown some promise defensively for the Bears on a day when nothing has come easily. Harbor Creek employing a high press for much of this match, and it has worked like a charm. They have the 2-goal cushion, and the Bears have a player shaken up right at midfield, so we'll have a stoppage with 22 and a half thereabouts showing on the second half clock. Ben Smuckler, the junior midi, getting up on his own volition for Winchester Thurston. He'll come off just for good measure.
Evan Burns into the game for Winchester Thurston.
And senior striker Evan Burns will take his place. It'll be Bears ball. They get a free kick from the top of their own defensive third. John Keppel will restart play. And the Huskies still not taking their collective foot off the pedal. But the Bears are able to play it successfully up the right wing and send it back for Starosinik. Starosinik trying to go back to Bullock at midfield, but it's intercepted by Kirsten. Kirsten trying to get a step on Keppel. The Bears able to take that ball away and reset it to the keeper, PM. PM with a couple of Huskies bearing down on him, gets rid of it up to Keppel. Evan Burns just shy of the attacking third for Winchester Thurston. Harbor Creek clears it out of bounds for a Bears throw-in at the top of the Bears' defensive third. Burns to Casher. Casher, the sophomore, trying to go to Barrero. Barrero unable to take that pass, which is sent all the way back in the general direction of PM, who will pick it up and survey the play from the top of the 18-yard box. His high, towering drop kick will land at the feet of Fox. Huskies win the ball, but they play it right off the hip of Barrero.
For Harbor Creek, number 7, David Parente back into the game. Number 39, David Parente back into the game. For Winchester Thurston, number 7, Nick Croft back into the game.
Parente re-enters for Harbor Creek. David Parente, that is, and Croft back in for the Winchester Thurston Bears as we've landed on the hour mark here at Pine-Richland High School with Harbor Creek leading Winchester Thurston 2-0. That rainbow ball toward goal, corralled easily by Phyllis, who is yet to be called into action in this match. Now this could end up being one of the easier clean sheets Phyllis will pick up in his varsity career, I would imagine. The way Harbor Creek has played in front of him. Huskies atop the attacking third. Work it between the football hash marks. But it's intercepted by Becker of Winchester Thurston. Becker across midfield for Croft. Croft unable to connect with Evan Burns. Bullock from the PR logo for the Bears. Croft with it inside the attacking third. A through ball intended for Keppel. But Keppel was well shielded, and that allowed Phyllis to come off his line and pick that ball up. And Phyllis's drop kick will be won easily by Bullock. And ultimately it is turned over to Brewer. David Parente into the middle of the box for Ty Galloway. Galloway worked over by Gredler, and Gredler wins that battle. Bears unable to clear it, but not for long. Huskies back into the attacking third. Here's David Parente trying to cross it. I'm not sure who he was trying to cross it for, but it was taken away easily by Becker. This long ball too far for Barrero. Huskies drive it up the near side. Starasinik trying to keep it inside the attacking third for Winchester Thurston, but Harbor Creek clears it back into the Bears' 18-yard box where PM will pick it up. Bullock nods it beyond the center stripe. Barrero for the substitute midfielder Burns. Burns taken off the ball by Brody Hansen. And meanwhile, the Bears have earned a defensive throw-in at the far touchline.
Number 17, Maurice Eloisio. Number 16, Ty Galloway.
Bears pressured on the throw-in, and that leads to a turnover. Maurice Elosile, the Harbor Creek freshman midfielder, making his varsity debut for the Huskies, is double-teamed along the left wing. And he breaks that trap. Luke Fox with the ball for Harbor Creek. Huskies starting to empty their bench with a comfortable lead here on 64 minutes. Phyllis picking that ball up and bowling it to his right. Unforced error by the Huskies. Sees the ball go wide of their own bench. Throw into Winchester Thurston. The Bears try to throw it across the midfield line from the middle third, and they end up turning it over again. Again, Winchester Thurston just not able to really string anything together. Huskies have been all over them in this one. Off the Harbor Creek throw-in, Keppel defensively, unable to clear his third. Ball out of bounds near side. Brody Hansen from the center stripe. And it'll come now to Becker. Becker defensively for the Bears. Plays it out of bounds for another Huskies throw-in from midfield near touchline. Elliseel of Harbor Creek turns it over to the Bears. Keppel toward midfield, intended for Bulk. Bulk controlling this ball for Winchester Thurston and trying to send it through for Nathan Whitlock. Nothing doing. Xander Cope, the Winchester Thurston senior, re-entering. Keppel plays that ball off a Harbor Creek body, deep in his own defensive third. Throw in for the Bears on the far touch line. Now, even when the Huskies haven't been threatening to score, they've been dominating territorial play. And they have this ball inside the 18-yard box. And from distance, PM is called into action, making that diving save to his right. Good 30-yard strike by Tuttle, but the low laser is stopped easily by the Winchester Thurston senior. Through ball on the right flank, sent the other way by Bullock. And sent out of bounds by Zach Bulk, the senior defender of Winchester Thurston. The sixth corner kick of the game and second of the half being awarded to Harbor Creek. Outswinging ball, the first player to it is going to be Bullock if it stays in bounds, which it does not. That play by Luke Fox, nothing to write home about. And so the Bears get possession inside their defensive third as both teams continue to empty their benches late in this match. Galloway re-entering for the Huskies. And dribbling around Galloway for Winchester Thurston is Julian Strandberg-House, the sophomore midi. Strandberg-House muscled off that ball by Fox, and Fox draws the foul. Diagonal ball for Galloway. Galloway gets there near corner. Galloway unable to keep it in play. And much to his chagrin, it'll be a Winchester Thurston throw-in on the 70th minute. Gladys Losi, the sophomore defender, entering for the Bears. Throw-in by Zach Bulk. JT Parente toward goal. And reaching up to grab that ball out of the air is the keeper, PM. Harbor Creek, however, appeared to be in an offside position, so the point is moot as the Bears play this ball atop their defensive third. Becker for Jonathan Bulk. Bulk on the left wing for Whitlock. Whitlock had it go out of bounds. Offensive third throw-in for Winchester Thurston. Under 10 minutes remaining in the match. Into the box it comes, and a good opportunity there for Croft, but again, Phyllis comes off his line in the nick of time to scoop up that ball, and the Huskies will watch as it's driven toward midfield, but right to Becker of Winchester Thurston. Not much of a clearance there, but a chance here for the Huskies to sold it away, and it's chipped just wide of goal. From the right flank, it eludes PM and everything else for that matter. A golden opportunity for a third Harbor Creek goal, but it remains 2-0. Winchester Thurston from midfield. Up the near side, intended for Jonathan Bulk. And it looked like Kirsten, who has a goal in the 56th minute, was the one who just narrowly missed a brace there from deep on the right flank. And indeed it is Kirsten maneuvering this ball toward the middle stripe. PM from outside the box on the right side drills this ball toward midfield, but we get a stoppage in play. Both teams making substitutes as the Bears get a free kick from the middle third. Keppel with a rainbow ball that's won easily by the Huskies, but sent out of bounds near side. That ball intended for Arhan Padayev, the sophomore midfielder off Adam Brownold's bench. Whitlock resets to Zach Bulk at midfield. Up ahead to Strandberg House. Strandberg House unable to take that outlet pass. Seth Tuttle with a through ball intended for either Ward or Kirsten. Kirsten would have been the closest man to it, I believe, but it comes right to PM, who's going to clear it from just inside the 18. That ball batted around a few times and off the chest of Cladis Losi. Hansen from midfield, up the right wing, and over the back line it goes, with both a keeper and one of the Huskies converging at the same time right near the corner flag. It'll be a goal kick to the Bears. A deep throw-in for the Bears, just shy of that corner flag. And Winchester Thurston from its own corner to the left of PM turns that ball over. The Huskies unable to advance it inside the 18. Jonathan Bulk under pressure. Not quite able to keep it in bounds. Throw in forthcoming to Harbor Creek. Drahushak re-entering for the Huskies. Parker Ward coming out. Spencer Amel re-entering for the Bears. Meanwhile, in the 75th minute, Winchester Thurston earning a goal kick. Once again, it'll be the Moon Tigers against Archbishop Ryan in the nightcap, or day cap, as it were, of our Pittsburgh Soccer Now doubleheader, live from the 27th annual JRK Classic. Through ball for Galloway on the left flank. Galloway, right-footed dribble, tackled effectively by Cope, but it's over the back line for a Harbor Creek corner kick, and that'll be number 7 for the Huskies. Final 4 minutes of the match, and Seth Tuttle once again will be the man, this time at the corner flag to the right of Aiden PM. Outswinging ball. Huskies reach back for it, but they're unable to direct it toward goal against the grain. JT Parente in heavy traffic, couldn't play it into the box. Just too many numbers defensively on that sequence for Winchester Thurston. And the through ball attempted by Amel for Barrero is blocked. And eventually that ball will find its way to a jumping Hunter Phyllis inside his own 18-yard box. Seth Tuttle from midfield for Harbor Creek. Barrero for Croft. Croft toward midfield for Whitlock. Whitlock left side for Barrero in front of the Winchester Thurston bench. Barrero into the attacking third for Croft. This play backed up by Cladis Losi, but Cladis Losi unable to get there first. Huskies on a quick counterattack, and going down as he lost control of that ball was Kirsten, who was shaken up earlier in the half. And I think he might be starting to cramp up in that heat. So we'll come to a complete stoppage here with just over 2 minutes showing on the game clock. And Harbor Creek in control, as they've been for much of this sunny and warm afternoon here in southwestern Pennsylvania. Parker Ward, the senior striker whose goal would be the game winner if this scoreline holds up, re-entering the match for the Huskies. Ward in the 7th minute converting a right-wing cross from Kirsten for an easy goal inside the 6-yard box. Kirsten finally getting a goal of his own in the 56th minute after a couple of high-danger chances, and Kirsten now appears to be limping, not putting any weight in that right leg of his. And again, you wonder if in the heat and humidity it's a cramp or, heaven forbid, something more serious than a cramp, as he is helped off the field by Ty Galloway and the Harbor Creek trainer. And finally, the trainer will give way to J.J. Kirby, the sophomore forward, who helps his teammate back to the Harbor Creek bench and underneath the hospitality tent. Back to action here at Pine-Richland Stadium. Keppel up to midfield for the Bears. Strandberg House off the side of his boot for Barrero. Barrero from the middle third, just beyond the midfield stripe. It comes toward goal, and off the bobble, Phyllis able to grab the ball safely. Huskies operate from the middle third on the Winchester Thurston side of the pitch. Up the left wing comes Ward. Ward tackled, and he's a bit shaken up now. Zach Balk briefly offering some courtesy, but Ward gets up under his own power as we approach the 1-minute warning here in Gibsonia. Strandberg House dispossessed by Drahushek. Up the right wing for Winchester Thurston comes Amel. Amel taken off the ball cleanly by JT Parente. And Parente, with clever defending, is able to win a goal kick for Hunter Phyllis. That might just be the last play of this match with 15 seconds remaining. Parente goes short. Phyllis goes short to Parente. Drilled away by Velasquez. That's it, and that's all. Full time at Pine-Richland Stadium. A convincing win by the Harbor Creek Huskies all the way from the edge of that Pennsylvania-New York border, and they pick up the W over Winchester Thurston. The final score line, Harbor Creek Huskies 2, Winchester Thurston Bears 0. Moon versus Archbishop Ryan is next here from the 27th annual JRK Classic. I'm Matt Popchock, and you are listening live from Pine-Richland High School here on the Pittsburgh Soccer Now YouTube channel.